Priscilla, you're muted. I can't hear you. I'm going to. I can't hear you. Can you hear me? Let me see. Can you hear me now? I can't. I can't hear you.
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, I can hear you, boss. It's
Okay, great, great. So, what I had earlier, can you see my little speaker here?
Your what?
Can you see my speaker? Maybe not. Do you see what
Yes.
I'm on? Okay.
Yes. Yes.
I did not have it turned on, so I have to always remember to mash this button. But I'm here now, so that's good. All
Mhm.
right. So we are ready and we are set to go and start reading. Let's see, why am I not getting that document to stay? All right. Well, I want to just read this for you, read some of it anyway. One of the main questions teachers get asked in class is, how can I learn English fast? This is what I know. Normally, a child learns their first language surrounded by that language. That means whatever your native language is, this is what you hear first, and that's what you become immersed in. They learn to read, write, and listen and speak. Some aspects may be easier than others, but all of these skills are important for learning. And that's what I want you to understand when you come to our sessions. And let me turn that off. Let me go and become invisible. There. All right. So today we're going to look at feedback, the breakfast of champions. And what I was saying earlier was, even though the topic is the same as something you've seen before, the lessons are different. I'll always add something more to the session. And I believe we have one more person with us, and that is, I'm trying to figure it out with the image. That's David. I had to press the link to find out. Hi, David. How are you?
Hello, Priscilla. I am fine, thank you. And you?
I'm doing very well. It's good to have you with us today.
Yeah,
So
thank
we're
you.
going to take turns now and read. Both of you are good readers, so it shouldn't take us too long to get through this. Ruben, would you read first? You may read the entire thing.
Yes. It says feedback arrives daily. Yep.
Continue.
Okay. Yes. Feedback arrives daily in a variety. Is that correct?
Variety.
Variety of flavors, colors, and textures. And in many cases, the feedback is completely free. So, what does this have to do with eating breakfast? You might ask. Let
Hmm.
me start with my remembrance of a story from my life as if it were yesterday. Test exams were over my most challenging class for economics. I failed both physics and economics in the same day.
Okay. Okay, continue.
My physics teacher, Mr. Gamma Ray, motioned for me to approach his desk at the front of the room. As I approached, my Mr. Gamma Ray peered over the top of his rimmed, gold-framed glasses and whispered
Hmm.
in a very low monotone,
Hmm.
"You are a stupid boy. That's what you are. With less than 3 months remaining to finish your secondary exam," Mr. Gamma Ray continued, "I'm embarrassed to be known as your teacher." My immediate thought of Mr. Gamma Ray was, I wonder why Mr. Gamma Ray would beat a man when he's down. I just wanted to curl up and die. The headmaster of the school also offered his 2 cents worth and said, "Young man, starting tomorrow, you will meet with me to the further study, to do further study. I'm too am disgraced with your performance.
Okay, continue.
Your participation at this prestigious university cannot be abandoned. You must demonstrate that you can do much better as a result. I expect a huge improvement. Such a poor exam performance is a reflection of the school and a blemish on your philosophy. Excellent without excuses."
Okay, and
I
that's our philosophy.
philosophy,
That's our.
our philosophy.
Hmm.
I ran like a mad dog to my home. I was full of tears and animosity.
Hmm.
This ridicule was just what the doctor ordered. I found the missing passion to do what I needed to compensate and overcome my challenge of study reluctance. I was ready to hit the books. Oh, you.
Oh, did I go up too far? Okay.
I was ready to hit the books. My mom said, "Don't lose your head over this.
Hmm.
Do what you need to do." It was if Mr. Grammar Ray and the headmaster, Mr.
Get it
what
done.
Get it done was the fire needed. I propelled myself toward success. From that date forward, and just 3 days of studying with Mr. Get It Done, I had found the keys for my success. I was no longer asleep at the wheel. The
Hmm.
final and last day for retake exam arrived. This was my chance to put my best foot forward. I not only performed well on the second opportunity to make the test that cost me an arm and a leg, I surpassed all other students with my score. I realized that feedback is the foot of champions. I had taken the bull by the horns. Remarkably, I now have a job with the university as a study buddy for those students with less than stellar performance
Hmm.
in the scientific department. I finally realized that Mr. Get It Down wanted me to learn. I could not continue to be a coach or
Couch. Mhm.
couch potato and be successful.
Great. Very nice reading, Ruben.
Thank
All
you.
right. So let me come back and see who we have here with us in class. So we have Asma. Hello, Asma. It's good to see you again. And we have David. David, welcome to class. All right. So Ruben has read the entire article. David, I believe you have read this article before, as well as Asma. So we're going to take a different twist and turn. We may come back to this article, but we'll find out if we actually need to do so. What questions can I answer for you about the article? Were there any vocabulary that you had difficulty understanding? Is there any vocabulary words that you'd like for me to go over? If not, Ruben, could you quickly summarize that article for me?
Yes, this is a guy who received feedback from the teacher, and he was disappointed at the beginning, but he realized after that the feedback is something that encouraged you or that can encourage you to get over your like weakness and be a successful person.
Okay. And Asma, do you have any questions that you could ask Ruben? Think of the things that I've told you earlier. Ruben just summarized an article that he read. Asma?
Yeah, that's an interesting summarize. Could you Eric? His name Eric?
No, this is Ruben.
Ruben, yeah. Could you, Ruben, explain to me more?
Ruben, unmute your microphone and see if you can respond to Asma. If you didn't understand what she asked, you can say, I did not understand. Could you repeat?
Yes, but what didn't you understand exactly? Or you didn't understand the whole article?
Yeah, when you talk about the witness, at this part I didn't understand very well.
Okay, weakness is something that you are not good doing. For example, I'm not good in sports, so those are my weaknesses. So this guy thought that he had debilities. He have problems with in some aspects because he did very bad, or at least that was what the teacher said. The teacher told him. So he continued studied, and he used that comment that was the feedback. Feedback is the opinion that someone gives you after seeing your performance, for example, and that's what he took as encouragement to enhance his scores to get over himself.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you very much for that elaboration, Ruben. Very nicely done. I appreciate that. And Asma, that was a very good response that you gave to Ruben when you said, I like what you say, could you tell me more? And as you see, that part that you weren't really clear on, Ruben was able to elaborate. First, he asked, what part did you want more clarification on? Did you want more clarification on the entire thing or a specific part? And you gave him the specific part that you wanted him to focus on. And even though you gave him the specific part, he went further to restate what he had told you earlier. So that was good. And you can see, as I have said, when you tell someone or you say to someone, I find that very interesting, could you tell me more? They will, in fact, tell you perhaps what you want to know and then some. So thank you, Ruben. Thank you, Asma, for asking such an interesting question. Ruben, I found it interesting that you were able to relate very easily to this study and you said, or to this article, and you gave me an example and you said something about feedback, but I wasn't really clear. Could you clarify again for me what feedback actually is, Ruben?
Yes, feedback are the comments of like the summarize that of something. For example, you take a test, and the feedback is are the results, and the teacher is going to tell you, you did bad or you answered incorrectly in these answers because this is the right answer, or this is what you were supposed to do. So that is the feedback, the comments, the statements to show you where did you where you did well and where you did wrong.
Okay, good. Thank you very much. David, after we've listened to Ruben give us that explanation of feedback, would you agree with what he said, that feedback is something that would be useful for making corrections or changes? Would you agree with what Ruben said about that, or do you have a question that you would like to ask Ruben about the article?
No, actually, I agree with what Ruben said. It was right for me.
Okay, you agree with him? All right. So I want to encourage you, David, to find a question that you could ask Ruben so that there could develop a dialogue, a brief dialogue between the two of you. If you agree with what he said, could you maybe say something like, Ruben, I like what you said about feedback, and I would like to add something. Maybe an example of something that has happened in your life where you had someone give you feedback.
Okay, Ruben, I like what you said, and I would like to add that feedback very important because with feedback with feedback you can find what are your mistakes and try to fix them, and that is very useful, like and for learning English also.
Yes, you're right with the feedback. Besides, you see where you did wrong, you can work on those weaknesses. So
Okay, good.
that is a very important part of feedback. You know, okay, these are things that I don't understand or I didn't understand, so I have to work on it. I have to go over it. Uh, that's a good thing. What do you think? How
Yeah,
do
yeah,
you take your feedback? What do you do with feedback?
yeah, for sure. I agree totally with you. Yeah, I try to listen carefully the advices that gives me the teacher, like Sila and another teachers, and I try to pay a lot of attention in that comments, and I try to practice and try to fix the, the weakness that I found that I have.
Okay, thank you very much, David, for engaging Ruben, and Ruben, thank you for interacting with David. Now, what I want us to think about is if we think of feedback as the breakfast of champions, we're going to use some feedback now to help us develop our conversation as if we were in a restaurant. Because not only do we want to be masters of our craft of conversational English, we want to be masters of going into a restaurant and perhaps placing an order for something. Now, typically, here in the United States, almost every restaurant has a special for the particular day. On Monday, there's a special. On Tuesday, there's a special. Wednesday, there's a special. Thursday, there's a special. Friday, there's a special. Saturday, there's a special. And Sunday, there's a special. Now, these specials are usually offered during lunchtime. So they get more customers in and they look for the quantity. The quality of the food is still there, but they're looking for the quantity. Usually at lunchtime, people have less than an hour to eat lunch, so the turnover in a restaurant can be very fast. So here is our scenario. Today we will have a waiter, and Ruben will be the waiter, and Kim will be Asma. And what you're going to do is go to the restaurant, You and a friend are going to a restaurant. So Asma, you are going to go to the restaurant with David. You're going to go to the restaurant with David. David may not have a lot to say, but if you can engage him in conversation, that will be great. The conversation will primarily be between the waiter and Kim. All right. So you both Asma and David will drink water with a slice of lemon, and you will need to carry out a container. All right. Let's see how well we can do. I'll help you if you need me. So we're doing scenario 1. So maybe Asma, you can say, David, let's go to this restaurant on the corner of 5th and 3rd today. Unmute your microphone, Asma and David. Asma, you should start talking first.
Okay. I don't know. Now the waiter come to us or no?
No, you want to say, David, let's go get some lunch. There's a great restaurant at the corner of 5th Street and Main.
Okay. David, what do you think about eating out today?
Yeah, I would like to eat that in the restaurant that is in the corner. What do you think?
Okay, good. Do you have any suggestion? Do you like Italian restaurant, Indian restaurant?
Okay. Yeah. Maybe we can try today with Chinese food. Do you
That's
like
very
Chinese?
Okay, so now you're at the restaurant. So now you're at the restaurant.
Welcome, lady and gentlemen. Would you like smoking or no smoking area?
Good.
For me, what do you think, David?
I don't smoke, and you?
What?
I didn't smoke, and you?
Yeah, and me, you know that I didn't smoke also. Okay, so we can choose. Yeah, we can choose no smoking area, please.
Good.
Near the window, if it's possible.
Yes, that's good. That's okay. Follow me, please. At this way.
Okay.
Here is your table. I will give you some minutes so I get back to take your order.
Okay. Maybe I need a few minutes and you can come back to us, okay?
So let's pretend that there are already 5 minutes. Are you ready to order?
Yeah, I will what? I will ask you, okay? David, what do you think? We order. We ask about what the restaurant have special today, or we look at the menu.
Yes, ma. I think we must check in the menu for watching what is special for today.
Sure.
Okay.
May I suggest you something? We have a combo for today. You can choose between among fries, salads, or onions for a slide or side. That is the first thing. Please make your choice so we can create your combo.
Okay, but it's but it's fast food. Okay. Uh, I don't know, David. I cannot decide, but I think for me it's the first time that I can eat Chinese food. So, David, please try to choose in your
So I'm sorry, this is not Chinese food. This is not Chinese restaurant.
Yes, it's
What?
just fast food.
No, if you want, we can order what you want, but what I can offer you is special for today. That is a combo. So, for example, we may start choosing fried salad
Mm,
or onion rings for a side. Mhm.
mm, mhm, mhm. Okay,
Otherwise,
do
you
you
can
have?
choose another dish on the menu.
Okay, for me, let's start with the main course. So, can you get me a steak?
Mhm. Yes.
Steak? Uh-huh, okay.
So you won't have
I
the
like.
combo.
Okay, if you are, if you insist, I you
Well, no,
insist.
you don't let the waiter insist. Don't let the waiter insist. If you don't want the combo, order what you would like. But remember,
Yeah, I don't like. Yeah, David, you you
okay,
see, you insist.
And you, David, sir? I'm telling you, David. And sir, what would you like? She wants
Yeah,
a steak. What do you want?
uh-huh.
Would you
Okay.
prefer the combo or you want to order other dish in the menu?
Yeah, I would like to order chicken and French fries and
Hmm.
Coke, please.
Okay. May I offer you a salad? We have the house salad or Caesar, if you prefer.
Yeah, yeah, and a normal salad for me.
Hmm. What would you like to drink? May I offer you a beverage?
What do you think, Asma? Would you like to drink soda? Or,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
It
soda, please.
sounds good. Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Remember remember what you're supposed to order. You're supposed to order.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Uh, I like water with a slice of lemon, please.
Hmm. Great.
The same.
Mm-hmm. And please, I like my steak well done. Make
Well,
sure, please.
okay, that's good. So, would you like any dressing?
Mm, in your choice. Mm, what do you suggest? Because I don't have any idea about your restaurant. Is
Oh,
I am yeah the first time that I'm coming here.
okay. I may offer you ranch, blue cheese,
and,
or
and we have a house dressing.
Ranch, ranch.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
You always have a house dressing, Ruben.
Yes, I was going to say that. And a
Okay.
house
Okay.
dressing.
Okay.
Which one would you prefer?
Ranch.
Okay, ranch. And you, sir?
Yeah, yeah.
Excellent. Great. Good choice.
All right.
So I will be back in a minute with your order.
Yeah, yeah. Please, could you repeat for us what we order, just to make sure that we can remember it?
Uh-huh. I'm sure that you wanna drink lemonade or something. Uh,
It was
No,
water.
no, no,
It
no,
was
no,
water
no.
with lemonade, with lemon,
Yeah,
and
yeah. With slice
you want a
lemon. Yeah.
steak, and the gentleman was I don't remember. I forgot it. I didn't write it.
Okay, let's assume that you have brought them their meal
Yes.
and you're coming back to check to see if they want something more. Ask
Mm-hmm.
to see if their meal is satisfactory and if they would like something else.
Okay. Here is your. Here are your dishes. If you taste it and tell me if you need something else.
No, they've now at this point they have finished eating,
Oh, they have finished eating. Okay.
and so you want to ask them about their check.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, it's like
Okay, he
uh,
come to me or no?
You will ask, will this be one check or two? Ruben, ask if this will be one check or two.
oh, okay. Is going to be one check or two, sir?
Will this be one check or two? Will
Would-
this be one check or two?
Will this be one check or two, sir?
One check.
Yeah, one check.
Okay, your total comes to $100.
$100. David, are you sure this is a good restaurant?
Oh, I'm
Very
sorry,
expensive.
I was mistaken. It's $150.
Oh.
That's the correct bill.
Okay,
Okay. Thank you.
Asma, and don't forget one more thing, Asma.
Yeah. I need something. I need what was I? Yeah. May I have carry out what container,
Of
Please.
course.
please?
Sure, no problem.
And
I'll be
Ruben,
back in a minute.
Ruben, you can say, would you like for me to wrap this for you, or would you like for me to give you the container?
Would you like me to wrap this for you, or you want me to,
Or would you like the container?
or would you like a container?
I like a container.
Okay, I'll be right back.
I'll be right back.
Okay, great. Okay, so that was good. You got the idea. It's a little awkward, but you got the right idea. So now let's read this one pretty much like it is here on the screen. Let's try to read this one pretty much like it is, but try not to sound as if you're reading. Asman, you can involve David in this a little bit, but not too much. Okay, you may start. Ruben?
Yes. Hello, can I help you?
Yes, I'd like to have some lunch.
Would you like a starter?
David now can speak, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, Dave, go ahead.
Yes, sir. And we want to order. Okay, for her. Sorry, for me. I want to order a bowl of chicken soup, please. And what do you want, Asma?
I'd like a grilled cheese sandwich.
Okay.
Sure. What would you like for a main course?
Yeah. For me, I say to you, I'd like a grilled cheese sandwich.
Would you like anything to drink?
What do you want, Asma?
I like soda.
Miss Water.
Water, okay. Yes, I'd like, I'd like a glass of water, please.
With
Okay.
lemon. With lemon.
With lemon.
With lemon.
Sure. May I bring you anything else?
Yeah, what do you think, David? Do you need something else?
Yeah, a container, please.
Certainly.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what about the check?
Sure, certainly. I'll be back in a minute.
But when check, please, not separate.
Yes,
Oh, sure. That's $670.
Okay, here you are. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate your service.
You're very welcome. Have a good day.
And I think you forgot the carry out, but it's okay. Okay. All right. So that one went much better. That was much better. All right. So now let's go back to the conversation of the school. All right. Go back to the conversation of the school. Use conversation that is relevant to school. Let's see. Asma, you can be the student. David, you can be the professor.
Okay.
Okay, so you and the professor are discussing your grades, Asma. You want your professor to give you a better grade so you will be able to graduate. Phrases to use are, both of you can use these phrases. Tell me more. That's very interesting. I like the way you have explained your point. However, use these phrases. All right? You may start.
Teacher, grades means the note means grades means the feedback.
Okay, wait. Okay, I'll tell you. Let me and Ruben do it first. Ruben and I will do it first. Professor, I'd like to speak with you about my grades, please.
Yeah, sure. I have time. Tell me.
Great. I'm so disappointed in the fact that I have an F, and I can't understand why. Can you tell me more?
Yes, because your written was really good, but you have many mistakes in grammar, so that's why you lose many points.
Well, that is very interesting, but did you teach those things? I don't recall those questions that were on the test.
We did. We reviewed all of the elements that came in the exam. You may review your notes so you can see that we already watched those topics.
I don't agree with what you're telling me, Professor. I went over my notes the night before the test, and I was not able to see any of those questions that were on the test. I'd like for you to explain to me how I'm going to be able to improve my grades to graduate this year.
Oh, if you have your notes, may I see them so I can check that you're right? What you said? Did you bring your notebook?
No, my dog ate my notebook just last night.
Oh, that's so bad. So what we can do is you can write an essay again about all the topics that we saw, something that really impressed you about what we reviewed, and you have 48 hours, so you can bring it and we check it. And if it is good and is well written, you will pass the course with an A.
Well, that's very interesting, Professor, but you must understand I have a job. I don't have time to do this over. I want you to change my grade now.
But that's not possible. You have to read the essay. How much time do you need?
I need about a month.
That's too much. I will give you a week. Do you agree?
No, I still think I should get a better grade. Could you perhaps just give me a B instead of an A?
Oh,
And I
okay. You,
not do anything?
what we can do is if we have the test again, you can take the test. It's just gonna take 20 minutes. Do you have time for this?
No, I do not have 20 minutes. I just want to get a B. Can you give me a B?
How much did you get?
I got an F.
Oh, the difference is too much. You have to do something. Either the test or the essay. Which one would you prefer?
Oh, I like the fact that you gave me a choice. All right, I'll take the test next week. Thank you, Professor.
You're welcome.
Okay, so student and Professor Asma and Professor David. Try to get the professor to do something, Asma. Use these words. Tell me more. That's very interesting. I like the way that you explained your point. Either one of you can use either of these phrases. I just want you to become comfortable using the phrases. Asma,
Yeah.
speak
Okay.
to your professor.
Hello, teacher.
Hi, Asman. How are you doing?
I'm not good. You know, I don't know if you have an idea that I have a bad grade. It never happened to me. That's why I like to talk to speak with you about this subject. I don't know if you can change my grade more better, please.
Asma. How much do you get in your test?
I get F.
You get an F. Asma, I think that is a really bad grade. And what do you want to get? An A? Do you want to get an
Yeah,
A?
yeah, if it's possible, yeah, A, because it's unusually, or never have happened with me to get bad grades, and I don't know if I don't know what's my mistake.
Yeah, I like the way you have explained your point. However, your test wasn't very good. You made a lot of mistakes in the test. So for me, it's too difficult to change your grade. You have to present another one.
Um, I don't understand very well. Can you tell me more? Why?
Okay, it's easy. You did very bad in your test. For that, you get an F. If you want to get at least an C or a B, you have to present another one. Yeah.
That's very interesting what you say, but you don't think that it's unfair for me, for a clever student, to have a bad one time a bad grades, and there are not a possibility to consider of my my participation in the class or something like this.
Yeah. You are right. Your participation is always very nice, but it's too the difference, the gap is too big because you get an F. If you want at least a C or a B, you have you have to make another text.
Okay, thank you guys. Good, good. Continue practicing with these phrases. Tell me more. That's very interesting. I like the way you have explained your point. However, Ruben, if you recall at the beginning of the lesson, Asma said to you, that is very interesting. She is now practicing using that phrase, and I like the fact that she used that phrase with you. And as I promised, when you start to use these phrases, people will respond in a very interesting way because they want you to understand what it is that you are talking about. So, thank you guys for doing that. And I want you all to find little things every day from my sessions and try to incorporate those into your daily life. Now, we're going to look at our last little activity for today. And 1, 2, 3, these pictures are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And here are the words down here, but I'm not sure if we don't have time to do it that way. So I'm going to give each of you a word, not a word, but a picture. And I want you all to somehow engage yourselves in a conversation. Asma, you are going to be featured in this picture right here, holding the baby. Asma is the one holding the baby. And Ruben, Ruben, you are the one up here at number 1. I don't necessarily know what you're doing, but remember who you are. And David, you are going to be here. Try to determine where you are. Try to determine where you are.
Okay.
All right. So either one of you can start. Okay. 1 is Ruben, 3 is David, and 8 is Asma.
It means
Uh,
we talk with each.
yeah, yes, you want to talk to each other, but
Uh,
remember what you look like as you're talking.
okay. Excuse me, sir. I came to this store 3 hours ago and I lost a suitcase. Did you find it?
Oh, I suppose it's for me. Okay, yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. I find this blue suitcase, and I think could be yours. Yeah.
Yes, it's little and it's green. It has a hand.
Green. Okay, I find blue one. I
Oh,
think.
could you please find search again?
Okay, so let me see if I can help. Looking at the picture, David, you look like you are at the airport.
Uh-huh.
Ruben, you look like you just left the airport and you can't find your green bag, but your green bag looks like it's going around on that device that you pick your bags up from the airport.
Hmm.
And perhaps Asma is waiting, she's waiting with one of your parents. That's her grandpa. I mean, that's her father-in-law. One of
I think
you
my husband.
One of you is no, well, one of these men will be coming home, so we don't want that to be the husband because the one of these
Okay.
men are going to come home. All right, so you got the idea
Okay.
somehow. Now go with that. You could, Aspen, you can be thinking, where is my husband? I want him to come and get his father because between he and the baby, they're driving me crazy. Okay. All right, now look at the picture. You look like you have lost your luggage, Ruben, and your luggage is on that rack where David is standing.
Luggage? Luggage, you said it's like the same as suitcase or something?
Uh-huh. You see the suitcase that's up above your head? Like, where's my luggage? But here's
Oh,
but here's your luggage over here. Probably.
okay. So,
So here's
where's
here's
my luggage? I can't find it. I,
okay.
I think I have to go to the airport to see if I left it there.
Yeah, and so you can say, "Sir,
Sir, excuse me, I just left the airport 2 hours ago, and I think I forgot my luggage here.
Mm-hmm.
Could you please help me?
Yeah, yeah. Um, do you try to look in the bracket?
Yeah, sure. Okay, I think that here is my luggage.
and now maybe you have to rush home to your wife."
Who's-
One of you needs to rush home. Well, this is how I saw this. This is how I saw it. One of you is like, Ruben is saying, "Where's my luggage? I must have left it at the airport." When you go to the airport, you see a man standing there looking at his luggage, and you might say, "Sir, have you seen a green bag go around the trolley?" And David will say, "Yes, one just went past, but I've got to grab my luggage and hurry home to my wife." So now Reuben can say, "Oh, I see it. Thank you." Then David grabs his luggage and says, "Oh, honey, I'm home."
Okay.
And then Asma says, "I'm glad you're here. Now take the baby and take your dad because I need my rest. I need to go shopping." Okay, very quickly go into some type of dialogue like that. I'm
Okay.
listening.
Oh, I think I forgot my suitcase on the airport. I will have to go. Excuse me, sir. Did you see a green suitcase in the trade tracker?
And yes, yes, sir. Yeah, I have seen a green suitcase in the tracker just a few moments. I
Oh,
think you can get it if you run.
here it is. I found it. Thank you, sir. You're so
Okay.
kind.
Okay. I got.
Honey, I'm home. How are you doing?
I'm glad for your back to home. So take the baby and your father, because you know it's not only my baby, it's our baby.
I know, sweetheart, but just let me take a shower. After that, I can take the baby the rest of the night, so you can do whatever
Yeah,
you want.
not a problem. Take the baby with you to take the
Just,
shower.
just 5 minutes, woman. Let me go to take a shower.
No second, not minutes, no second.
How
We left now the
impatiently.
house.
Okay.
No, no,
Okay.
no, no.
Well, maybe David, you can knock at the door. Maybe you can knock at the door and come in for some reason.
Okay. Knock knock.
Hello, David. Oh, you come here to go to see the match. So, sweetheart, I will get back in 2 hours. Bye.
So
Take the
David, you can
baby.
say, "Well, what about your wife and the baby?"
Okay. What about your wife and your baby, Ruben?
They are having fun. They don't need us. Let's go.
Are they outside? Let's go.
Let's go. Bye.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I like
Okay.
the baby.
Poor baby. Poor baby, poor wife, poor dad. Okay. Well, that added a little humor to our lesson for today. So, all right, we'll come back now. But you all did wonderfully well today. Thank you for the creativity, the thought provoking things. And when you're having fun learning, learning becomes easier. David, we're going to work with your getting your words now to line up because the words are coming out a little bit faster. So we're going to get them out in the proper order. So from now on, not just with everyone, the ones who I've worked with constantly, as I see how much you have improved, I will be correcting your grammatical structure and the sequencing of what you're saying up to a point. So what I want you to do is practice using these phrases today. That sounds very interesting. Could you tell me more? I like the way that you presented, or I like the way that you said that. Those are 3 things that you can work on this week. And when you are in other classes that I'm teaching or classes that others are teaching, just remember to use those phrases because it's phrases that elongates your sentences and you can get a lot accomplished when you're using a phrase. I'd like to ask you now, we're at the top of the hour for the final words. Asma, your final words, please.
Yeah, thank you, teacher. Yeah, it's funny or fun, I think.
Well, it could be fun. This class could be fun, or it's funny
Yeah,
the way that we're learning. It just depends on how you're using the word fun.
yeah, it's fun and useful.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Yeah, thank you, teacher.
Okay. Well, that is my goal to help things become fun, interesting, entertaining, so that you would want to participate and come back again. Thank you, David. Final words, please.
I enjoyed the class. Priscilla, thank you for your advices. And
Okay, and that is going to be advice. There is not an S on advices. Thank you, Priscilla, for your advice.
advice. Okay.
Hmm. Good. All right. Thank you. And Ruben, final words.
Yes, as usual, it's a pleasure to be in your classes, Priscilla. I really appreciate your feedback and the way you explain the things and how you encourage us to
Okay.
speak.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay. I'm going to say ciao, Ruben. Ciao, David. And ciao, Asma. Have a great
Ciao,
night.
Priscilla.
Bye.
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 Thank you. Bye.